Alright guys, so these are 2 cans of glue that I recommend to use for your car headliner repair. I'll put the links to those ones below in the description. I also do recommend that you use some sort of protection gear while doing this job. So we usually have on a pair of overalls, also a respirator mask, and we also do wear a pair of chemical gloves as well. These are those ones right here. You can find those ones on eBay as well. So the first step would be to remove your car headliner board out of the car. Remove off the old existing material, and then you want to use a straw brush to remove the old foam that's starting to deteriorate and turn orange. You need a clean surface to begin with, so once you remove all this old foam, you can then apply brand new glue. Never reuse the old existing material or the spray glue over the top of the old existing foam. So then we just obviously just shake that can up, get it all ready for use, and then we're going to be spraying left to right on the headliner board once it's clean, and overlapping about 50% each time. One thing I would like to bring to your attention here as well, guys, when I was cleaning down that headlining board, so this headliner board is actually quite strong and sturdy and can withstand a lot of, it's kind of like rubbing and scrubbing to get that old original foam off. You can come across headliner boards where they're more of a soft fibre, so as you're rubbing you may damage the headlining board, so just keep that in mind, that if the headliner board is not super strong like this one, you may need to be more gentle there while you're scrubbing down that old foam. So now we're basically spraying glue again vertically up the board, and left to right, overlapping about 50% each time. This is basically giving good coverage, so we're making sure we're not leaving out anything that we haven't sprayed. And then we're also spraying once again in the high stress areas. This is where anywhere where the headliner material has to go around any edges or flex into any recesses on the headliner board where grab handles are. And then we're going to be spraying again on the headliner material, the back of the headliner material. And we're pretty much going to be doing this one same as what we did with the headliner board. Start off like either vertical, just overlapping 50% each time, and then spray again horizontally, going left to right, overlapping about 50% each time. So this is going to reassure that we're going to get heaps of glue on the headliner board and the fabric itself. If you only sprayed glue on the headliner board, from our experience, it doesn't really hold that well, and you will pretty much find that it's going to just bubble in certain areas. So yeah, make sure you just do it right and just give it a lot of glue. We're not overly spraying too much. We're not puddling the glue in any certain area. It's actually a nice even coat that we're giving it. So this one's about ready to fold over now, and this is where you can make your mistake, because when you fold the material over, you may stick it in the wrong location and it's not square, maybe it's too short on one side. And certain headlining boards will only allow you to lay it down once, and if you make a mistake it's almost going to be game over. And certain headlining material also allows you to only lay it down once, and if you make a mistake you just got to start again, rip it up. Because with our headlining material, we've actually got some good quality material here. So our back of our headlining material has a stitching that covers the foam, and that allows you to, in case you've made a mistake, you can gently pull it up on most occasions. But certain headlining material does have just raw foam back with no stitching that holds the like a little stitching sheet that basically sticks to the underside. So when you go to stick that material down, and if you've made a mistake and you go to lift it up, you'll lose your foam of your headlining material to the board, and it's pretty much going to make it all a chuck away. So you've got to rip up that old headlining material that you just added, try to clean up the mess on the board that you've maybe where the foam's separated and come on stuck to the board, and you just got to start again, wasting your time and money. So just make sure that you have purchased some good quality material from someone that knows what they're doing. So we only offer and sell good quality material because that's the stuff that we use every day, and we always buy based on convenience and ease of use, and also it has to be a close match to the original material. So this one's all filmed in real-time speed. There's no fast forward on the video itself. That way you guys can get a sense of the dry time. Today's temperature is floating around about the 20 degrees, so it's pretty much medium. If it was like a 38-degree day, quite warm, quite hot, well then maybe we'll just focus and recommend just focusing on the front half first and then sticking that down. Especially if you're not super experienced, maybe just focus on the first half and then focus on the second half afterwards once you get that first half correct. But generally this is pretty much how we do it. We do one half, spray it with glue, do the other half, and then focus sticking the material down. And we put that cylinder rod in the middle there where we fold the material over, just to prevent any crease lines that come in the material. But if you do get any crease lines, maybe you didn't have that cylinder rod when you folded it over, or maybe you got some crease lines from maybe when you purchased the material and it come via post, don't stress too much, because you can pretty much work those creases out as you're applying the material. Just give it a gentle stretch when you're applying it, or sometimes I don't recommend stretching the material at all. Or you can just basically, once you've finished the job, install the headlining board back in your car, and once the car warms up, the foam basically just expands as the car warms up and then gives off a cleaner finish. So yeah, wouldn't stress too much. Usually after we've finished the job, we usually park the car in the sun. That way the car warms up and yeah, it just looks better and looks nice and neat and tidy for the handover. So here we are now, just basically sticking down that material. So you can see here, guys, that we're focusing on the middle, and what we're doing is working our way to the outside edges. And the focus here would be to basically push the material down into all the individual shape of the headlining board. So anywhere there's curves and recesses in the actual headlining board, so that usually happens around the sun visors and the grab handles, and you basically just want to be feeding that material into those areas and not basically stretching from A to B over the top and then trying to push it in afterwards, because it's not going to work. You're basically applying too much stretch and tension to the material, and it's just going to sag there again. So yeah, we're just making sure we push down nice and tight, and then we'll come around to the other side. So pretty much what you can see here we've done, guys, is we've worked from the middle to the outside edges, and that's pretty much the main focus of applying these headlining materials to these jobs. So you can make mistakes here though, guys. It does happen, and sadly sometimes if you do, depending on your headlining board as we discussed, or depending on what type of material you are using, you pretty much only have one shot at it. So sometimes customers supply their own material for us to use, and we know straight away that this is the type of material that can basically, it only has one shot at laying the material down, and that's all you get. We pretty much know that. And in the back of our heads, we do realise that if we make a mistake, we pretty much, you know, they've only brought us in, say, 2 metres for the job. The job requires 2 metres, so if we make a mistake, it's a matter of pulling them up again. We've got to organise some more material. So we pretty much, yeah, we've got so good at this now where you can apply it and almost minimise those mistakes. But, you know, they do happen, guys. And, yeah, so just keep that in mind. Just try to take your time in this section here while you're pushing the material down, and just, you know, really make sure you feed it into all those shapes. Keep your hand underneath the material where you don't want to stick it down, and try to keep it elevated before you stick it down. That way you're kind of working it in from the middle to the outside edges. So what we're doing here now, guys, is this is just an offcut of material, or you can just use a clean rag, and we're going around, we're pushing down on the headlining board, just making sure it's got good adhesion, and we're really sticking it down. We haven't missed any section on the headlining board itself. Yeah, basically all we're trying to do here is just push it down, push the headlining material down to the board. So we're going to move into flipping the headlining board over to focus on the other side now. Just keep in mind that headlining boards always look their best after a few warm days. So if you're experiencing any imperfections in the headlining material now, don't stress too much, because majority of the time you can make those imperfections come out after the job's been completed. So with the headlining board flipped over, we have got a couple of cylinder rods again on the opposite side. That way it's not resting on any sharp components on the table itself, because say if you've got those square edges and it just rests on the material, you're going to dent the material itself, and it's going to take a while for that dent to come out. So we're pretty much going to be spraying glue now on the opposite side, about an inch overhang we're focusing on pretty much, so we can fold the material around. On certain cars though, you might not be able to get away with folding material over certain edges, or, you know, basically not what the factory kind of came out with. They normally cut it straight to the edge. Majority of the time though, usually for us, we are wrapping it over on most cars. It just basically gives better adhesion to the material, and also you don't see that raw foam when you're kind of like looking up at your windshield where the factory may have cut it straight to the edge. And it's, you know, it's kind of just basically it's for them to save money probably, and they can save on material and all that type of stuff. But overlap it where you can, where possible. It's pretty much common sense here. If you're If you think you can't get away with overlapping it, maybe you shouldn't, or maybe you should start with overlapping it, and then if you come into any dramas while you're installing the headlining board back in, you can always remove and cut away that material. Maybe it's best just to overlap it for now. So generally that's what we do. We pretty much overlap every single job around the edges, and we've done it enough now to experience and know what we can get away with and the tolerance as well. So yeah, we're basically just cutting the material around the edges now. We cut those little relief stress sections there, so you're basically just cutting where it's got to bend and flex around certain edges, and that just prevents any creases, and it makes it easier to fold around those edges and curves. So just keep that in mind. It's a bit of an upholstery thing there. You just cut some little relief marks, and it just allows for the material to fold nice and easy. So if you're looking to purchase any headlining material, we do have all the headlining materials that we use daily, and that will be in the link below in the description, and it will just take you to an eBay sales page. There'll be a video there that goes into all the different styles of headlining material we have to suit different types of cars. Also a bunch of description and information there, where basically we'll just go into more about all the individual material that we have, and then you guys can make a informed choice to what suits your car. So also keep in mind that we only sell, like we said, the best material available, and also pretty much the best material that can match up to the original color too. So when we roll it out, when someone purchases it, we go over and we make sure there's no imperfections in the material, no any flaws in the material. We just give it a good inspection. Most other companies, if you probably are purchasing some material, probably wouldn't give it that type of attention. So we know that even when we buy from our suppliers, sometimes we roll the material out and there might be flaws in the material. So we pretty much give it a keen eye look over and make sure that there's no imperfections and no flaws in the material before we send it out to you. And so what we're doing now is just folding that material over the edges, and if it doesn't stick perfectly on the edges around the outside, I wouldn't stress too much, because as you install that headlining board, you're not going to see the underneath side, and pretty much as the seals all go back on, the grab handles and all those things go back onto the headlining board, it's just going to make it pushed up nice and tight against the car, and you're not even going to notice the underside again. It's just basically to prevent it from peeling away from the outside edges. Pretty much that's what happened from the factory anyway. We all know that, guys. Like when it starts to sag on most headlinings, that normally starts from the front or the rear of the car, and you just get that part where it's sagging, and it probably wouldn't have happened there straight away if it was overlapped around the edges. So that's why I do recommend that you wrap it around the edges. So that pretty much brings us to the end, guys. We're just grabbing the razor blade now, or a pair of scissors, and you just go around, cut out those holes to where the sun visors have to go, the grab handles, the interior lights. Maybe it's best that you guys should have took a photo of your headlining board prior to taking it out or removing the old material. That way you know the tolerance to what you've got to cut, because if you make a mistake here, once again you might have to start again. So we don't want to cut out too much. You want best to cut out the correct amount, and that's it, guys. So we pretty much, for this whole process of the job, we used the whole can of glue, and we pretty much had a quarter of the can left. So 1 can of glue is good for a sedan.